Morning. It's Friday morning, March the 31st, 2022, and it's a joy to be able to share a few thoughts with you from the scriptures today. I'm Pastor Mike Custer, the pastor at Bible Baptist Church in Grand Forks, North Dakota, and this morning we're going to read Proverbs chapter 22, verse 14. Proverbs chapter 22, verse 14 says this: "The mouth of strange women is a deep pit. He that is abhorred of the Lord shall fall therein." And this is simply a warning against immorality. And the Bible says that the mouth of strange women is a deep pit, and the person who is abhorred of the Lord will fall into that pit. And what does that mean, except that that person abhors God's commandment as well and turns from it, and therefore he destroys himself because of that kind of immoral behavior. The Bible warns many times of the dangers of a lack of godliness, a lack of self-control in the area of morality, and we are seeing more and more and more of this sort of thing all the time in our society. So many broken lives, so many broken hearts, so many broken homes, just because of immorality. And the Bible still condemns it, although the culture says it's okay. But there's so much destructiveness that's associated with all of this. The Bible says there in verse 14 that the mouth of the strange woman is a deep pit. And Proverbs chapter 7 warns against that sort of thing and the deceptiveness of immorality. In the example that's given in Proverbs 7, it's an immoral woman who's trying to lure a young man into her wickedness with her. It goes both ways. It's not just a woman who's trying to engage a man. Many times men go out pursuing women in order to commit immorality, and maybe that's even more common than the other way around. But regardless of what the impetus is, or who is responsible, or who could be to blame for it, nobody forces an individual into making those kinds of bad choices. We read in the scriptures that it's possible for a young man to flee away from challenging moral issues, and Joseph is a prime example of this very thing. Even though he paid a price for it because of the false accusations that were brought against him, he was blessed and joyful eventually because he just determined he would do the right thing. And this is really what it takes. It takes an ironclad determination for an individual to desire to do the right thing in order to resist the siren call, if you will, to succumb to the things, the temptations, the enticements of the flesh, and not fall into that deep ditch, that pit that will bring about misery and destruction. There's no good that can come of yielding to sin. May God help us to be strong in this area and not succumb to the temptations that would naturally come to us just because of our carnal nature. May the Lord help us to be strong, and may the Lord help you to be strong in this area and determine that you're not going to go that way. God bless you today.